awkward
The
silence.
black
Everything worked then, apart from the mics didn't unmute themselves. I don't know what's gone on, but it's gone blank on the screen. I don't know what's gone on with Streamlabs today. They've done a great big update, and since they've done the update, everything's gone a little bit weird.
My Stream Deck would not update. I mean, it said several times it would not update. It would not allow me to update my Stream Deck.
Mine did, and now I'm pressing buttons and things just aren't working. So
maybe it was a good thing it didn't.
I didn't update mine.
It's Tuesday, everyone. It's
welcome
Tuesday.
Well, actually, it's Wednesday.
Oh yeah, it's Wednesday for Beanie. Yeah.
It is for you because you're in the future. It just
Damn
feels
time travelers.
It feels weird going live on a Tuesday.
Yeah,
I missed it last night. I have to tell you, I was like, I felt like there was a hole in me missing. I don't know. I didn't like it.
Not too bad.
It does seem weird, but hopefully, we're going live on a Tuesday. We can sort of like we've all kind of spoke like individually to each other, and it's like we needed to just get away from the Monday madness, because it did go down a path that it was like it shouldn't have really gone down, and it went down that path several times. So it was just a case of like, right, redo the banner, make some new artwork, try and make us look a little bit fancy, change the days. I mean, we can't do Mondays now anyway because soft shite here has got to work.
Fancy? We don't look fancy. You look like you lined us all up for a mug shot.
But that was genius.
It was.
That was awesome.
Good.
Does this look fancy?
He messaged me. He goes, "Look, I have this idea." He said, "Do this picture," and he's in the DJ booth at the time. He's just like, "Do this picture like you're in a lineup," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And so then he and I were like working on that whole weekend. You know, we're lining up all the people just right. We knew how we wanted it to be, and we're trying to get the message across. So I don't think we're really like good at telling people exactly what we want. You know, like in our head, it seems like they should know telepathically what we're trying to get. You know.
And then Charlie, you gotta have a bottle of Jack in your hand.
Yeah, that was immediately. Yeah, that was already in our heads. So we were gonna have that happen.
Even when I typed the first message into Discord, I was like, Charlie needs a bottle of. He needs to have a bottle.
I was thinking of
the only way it could have been made better is with a traffic sign on your head.
Not really. I was thinking more of if I was hanging upside down for my Jeep with the bottle jacked up.
We couldn't add Jeeps.
Yeah, we couldn't really put the Jeep in though.
Oh, you could have gotten the hood on.
No, that wouldn't really make sense if you're standing in a lineup right now. How would you have a car?
True.
Or a broken, smoking up, trashed up Jeep.
You must have been on a few lineups in your time, Charlie, and you know you can't bring a Jeep.
Not really.
How would you?
Matt's just made a point. Like, it just sucks that Flash can't be on because he's got his own show. I agree. It's a shame.
Yeah,
and plus his roof.
We might change the back though. This isn't stuck in cement.
No, there's going to be some days when we, I might last 2 weeks doing the Mondays, and I might go back to doing the Mondays. We don't know, but at the present moment in time, with everything that I've got going on, I've got to go to Las Vegas for a wedding. I've got to go to. We've got Glastonbury coming up. We've got Vidsummer coming up. There's too many things coming up for me to basically turn around and say no, I don't need the money, because I don't think anybody on YouTube can say I don't need the money,
apart from PewDiePie.
I don't even think he'd turn it down, mate, to be honest. We all need money. So
Well, he's the one selling merch, so
yeah, and a lot of it as well. Our Daisy bought his last t-shirt, didn't you?
Yeah. Is that the 80 mil club?
Was it the 70 mil club? What was the last one you bought? You bought the 70 mil club one. By the time it got here from America, because it wasn't due to be released until January, the 80 mil one was out.
Bloody hell.
And now it's gonna be the 90 mil club soon.
Now that we've done this whole rebranding, we're going to try our darndest to stay focused.
Yeah, and we've got a couple of. I've actually written things down as well. So
he's organized this week.
We've got the new community strikes guideline.
Right.
Live streaming problems. Live stream addiction.
Yeah.
If anybody has watched PewDiePie's video on how to start YouTube,
that was good.
Just you do know that video came out a while ago, don't you?
It still applies.
Yeah, it really does. But it was like Neil just went, "Oh, have you seen PewDiePie's video?" I went, "Yeah, it's all about the community strikes."
Because it only came up on my feed on Tuesday.
Yeah.
From 2017, I believe.
You know this community guideline strike especially with the live streaming part with it only suspending a week now.
Yeah.
It almost came right after Brian G got off his suspension.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, that's the
That was
interesting
like 90
thing
days.
about it.
Back in the face.
Yeah, the interesting thing about the new community strikes is that I found, and I've actually checked it out, anybody who had a community strike before today has basically now got amnesty. They've wiped all community strikes. So we had a community strike on this channel. We had one for a video, wasn't it? Remember the video that got taken down?
Yeah, the one at the club.
So we had a community strike on the channel.
But we still have the copyright, right?
No, it's all
what
gone.
What video was that?
And the one of the guy and pulling the legs away from the guitarist in Liverpool.
Yeah.
That's weird that was a strike and not.
I know.
Because we've used copyright, whatever. But we gotta. That's now gone. So any strikes before basically today, they've wiped. We've wiped. Everyone's got a fresh slate. But I like the way they've done it. They're now giving you a warning. You can appeal the warning. If the warning gets overturned, then the warning doesn't count. If the warning it goes through, then that's fine. Then you get, after the warning, you get one strike one. You then I think that lasts for 90 days.
Yeah.
For the first strike, it lasts for 90 days. You can't upload for 7 days. You can't do live streams for 7 days, and you can't do any. What's the like the Snapchat thing you do on YouTube?
Stories.
You can't do any of that for 7 days as well.
Does anybody actually use that?
I don't have the feature.
And then
I wouldn't use it if I had it.
I never even important enough to have it.
I
saw it on I've seen it on who's that guy? The one that does the conspiracy theories guy. What's his name?
Oh, Alex Jones?
No, he's like
he's banned.
No, not that guy.
Game Theory?
Nope. He also did this series about Jake Paul. Shane Dawson.
Shane Dawson.
Yeah, he had that. I would look at his occasionally, but I don't even think he uses that often anymore.
By the way,
I think they stole it from Instagram.
We're now sponsored by Monster as well.
Really?
No.
We're
not sponsored by Monster whatsoever.
Damn it!
I don't think we're going to get sponsored too easily.
If Monster...
Charlie's like nobody but Jack JD.
If Keemstar can get sponsored, anyone can.
Did you? Right now, we've gone off topic. Did you see Keemstar go into Matt's live stream the other day?
Matt B?
Which Matt? Create you.
Oh yeah, because they're having like this argument at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah. And to be honest with you, Keemstar, he's a massive channel and he's got a huge channel and he's got a huge following. But he made a couple of comments in the chat, mainly focused at Chris. And one was about, I think they were having a 5-minute break. Like Matt likes to do it. He likes to have his little breaks where he can go and whatever, go to the toilet or
stretch his legs,
whatever. And he said,
go yell at the kids.
We'll have a 5-minute break. Chris meant something like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna put tea on," and then Keemstar put in the chat, "You look like you could do without having tea," basically making a reference to his weight. And it was like, mate, you're a fucking arsehole. If you want to come in and you want to be this big YouTube channel, you want to get your point over, don't do it. Do it without being a fucking arsehole, because you're just making yourself look stupid by doing that. And which is exactly what he's done. Because I was just like, at first I was watching it, I was like, oh, this could get interesting. And then he came up with that comment and I was just like, oh, you're a dick.
Hey Neil, how long have you known of Keemstar for?
A long time, mate, because our Daisy doesn't you?
Because I'm surprised he didn't already know all of this.
Well, here's the thing though. Like it just seems like all the drama always happens during a live stream. Like you have, of course, you have your comment section with some weirdo comments or whatever, but it seems like the most drama happens during a live stream. Every time I've seen like the most stuff go down, it's always during a live stream. And I don't know if it's the people in the comments section are trying to derail the people that are doing the show, or is it the people in the comment section are having a fight within each other, with each other, or they're just trying to get more exposure. Or
I
know with Matt's live stream, he has some jackass that's mass disliking him. He has like 15 separate accounts, and he grabs, signs into everyone, puts dislike on Matt's stream.
Yeah. Matt B's?
RPM Nexus.
Yeah. He gets trolled every weekend now.
Yeah, you get people like that.
But what's
all
the
because
point?
the guy wanted to shout out and Matt said no.
And the thing is, the time it takes to switch from one account to the next account to the next account, I'm like, why didn't you just
someone has way
on
too
mobile
much...
though? It's like this. On mobile, you can do it just like this.
Yeah, I find it easy on a Sunday when I'm doing a tomato. It's just one click. Sorry, it's easy.
Someone has way too much fucking time in their hands.
And that's my point. Like, if you don't like somebody, why even make the effort to to stop your day, to go over there, to hear what they have to say, to give them the dislike button?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? What is so going wrong in your life that you can't just let it go? Like, just let it go. Like, why do you have to make that extra effort to be like, I'm gonna make sure that you have a miserable day and give you a bunch of dislikes?
Well, speaking about that,
that one as well.
I agree.
The guy who's been doing this did it 3 weeks in a row now.
Yeah.
I've really dislike him. Can I just point out something in chat as well that Joseph Andrews has noticed that someone's had a haircut?
I knew you had a haircut. You told everyone.
Yeah.
Did you
get a haircut every week?
I've taken the top knot has now gone.
Okay. Because he slipped it back. So the only thing I noticed was the sides. I'm like, well, you're just shaving the sides. It's
the same. It's just got no length to the back. Because I couldn't do nothing with it. It literally had to go back and go in a bun. And it was like,
don't wear a man bun. I
got bored of it. I'm 43. I'm 44 next Tuesday. No, sorry, the Tuesday after. We're actually going to be streaming on my birthday.
How fun is that?
No. Can we sing you happy birthday? Or wait, is happy birthday copyrighted? I think copyright is like that.
Yeah, it is. Technically, but
are you serious?
Yeah, isn't it freaking WMG?
Yeah, it is.
Or music group?
Oh my!
You can't actually. It doesn't really apply to most people, but commercial radio stations can't play it without actually paying a royalty.
And that's what happened to
who owns the rights to Happy Birthday?
Michael Jackson.
Let me guess. Sony.
I think there was a ruling. I think
it's
there was
Michael
a ruling.
Jackson.
Hang on, I'll look this up.
I can't believe someone owns the rights to Happy Birthday.
Yeah.
Well, could you call it Happy Boob Day?
Happy Boob Day.
That's no one's copyrighted.
Happy Chaos Day.
That works.
That's not copyrighted. Yeah.
We already went off topic.
It was great.
Hey, we're talking about important things here.
This is about YouTube. It's copyright. This is still within the realms of.
My story of like the whole drama thing is I came back off of holiday, like a week away from YouTube, from social media, from everything.
I thought you got hit by a bus, by the way.
And you came back to a firing ball.
Some people have said that as well. I came back and I went onto Twitter, and I was checking out the Beanies replied and Cryptos replied, and I got this message from a Fortnite channel. And I was like, "Who the fuck's this?" And in the comments, it's like Dr. Jacoby, number 12. He was part of Nick's Discord for a while.
Oh god!
Right? And he'd taken a screenshot of something that happened 3 months ago in the Discord, replied to Nick and D, trying to get me removed as a moderator because of something happened in one of my live streams with him. And I was explaining the reason why he got banned from the Discord. And because of that, he went to Nick and D 3 months later on Twitter trying to get me removed.
Like I say, some people are best left ignored.
He's also messaged 15 other users on the Discord channel to try and be reinstated into the Discord.
Sounds like you have another Avrona.
Let me guess, it was Doug.
No, he hasn't come back.
But here's the deal, like.
No,
they mentioned in the live stream over the weekend that they were thinking about actually taking that Discord down. And
I'm gonna guess it was Doug.
It's not set in stone.
No,
they were talking about it. I didn't say.
I've been trying to persuade them not to.
Oh, I wish they would.
To be honest, I wouldn't care.
Oh my god, that's a huge Pepsi jug.
No, it's a bottle.
And I just have this little thing.
2 liters of it.
I want to say something really quick.
I don't even think we have those here.
Could I just, before we say anything else, just say hello to everybody in chat as well? we do tend to forget that we've got a load of people sitting in chat. So we've got Professor Ez, Cricket, 30 Day Reviews,
Joseph,
Eddie's in there.
I feel like the polka dot door right now.
RPM Nexus is in there.
Yeah, Matt's in there. And is Patty in there? I think.
Patty's
in there. Is the audio coming through okay to you guys? Because I know the last couple of streams, my audio has been really loud, and the gruesome 5 have been low compared to me. So I just wanted to check that all the audio.
Mine might be a little bit loud. I don't know.
Christina, what did you want to say?
Listening to it on replay, and it's sounding all right.
I wanted to say that Doug Houston did a fantastic video about the community guidelines and how they changed. It was very thorough, very well done, easy to understand.
Doug's a boss.
He really nailed it. He nailed it. I think there's no one that's going to be able to do that better than him. He did, honestly. That's just my 2 cents. So kudos to you, Doug Houston. That was awesome.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure if it actually will.
Oh, there's Doug in the chat.
Black and white.
Hey, Doug.
I told you we'd be talking about you, Doug, because I woke up this morning and started watching it. And you start lying there and you're like, okay, what's happened? What's gone on? What are we being accused of now? And it was kind of dead easy to get the grasp of, and it just flowed right, and it was just even all the references you did do a brilliant job. And then I watched Daryl's one,
the 1 hour,
and then I think I fell asleep on about 37 minutes.
I haven't watched that yet.
I started to watch it, but Doug's is better.
Doug did a lot better job.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, like, because I know that he did like. Is that like about the
He did an hour-long algorithm video.
Yeah, I thought it was an algorithm one. Is Doug's and is it the same as Doug's and
he talked about the community strikes today. If you looked at Daryl's newest video, it's about this change in the policy, and he referenced a lot of the same stories that he did at Vid Summit, and it was. Like, I'm putting on my makeup and stuff, and I was like, I heard this. Yeah, it was before,
an hour long.
It was a long.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I think those kind of videos aren't designed for us, though. They're designed for like the new YouTuber, not the YouTubers who have been like at it for like a year or two and have like over 1,000 or so.
Yeah, we've heard all the stories already. So
more like the bad apples.
Oh look, there's good old Uncle Daryl telling the same story again. Here we go.
Even with that though, I think a video of that length with that much information in, it's too much to take in. It's just you sit there and you start watching it and you're like, okay, and then it's like, oh man, this is just, my head is just battered with this stuff.
Yeah,
I watched him in 25,
and it was just like I can sit there and have them playing, but then you just, even in just background noise, you just forget it's playing. Because if you listen to that over and over again for so long, it's just like, you know what? I'm just going to go and play games now.
I watch him in 10-minute segments because I watched this one he did with Chris, the Sean Cannell, and that was like an hour long. I'm like, I'll just watch in 10-minute segments. Yeah. So I watched it took like a week or two to watch.
His last couple of videos have been really long. They've been really in depth, but you've kind of got to be. How can I put it? I don't like watching. If there's a video, it's like, right, okay, this is going to be a heavy view in this. I've got to be in the mood to watch it. I've got to be like, right, okay, I'll put that down. I'll be list of things to do, and I've got to be in the mood to, because we all turn YouTube and we all start watching stuff, but you don't. We pick things up. I mean, but back to Doug's video. Yeah, from the beginning. I mean, he got me on the beginning because when he was talking and. He was doing this with his shoulders, so instantly he had me hooked. like, okay, where's we going? And why? I want to know, right? And I've got a question for Doug Houston. Do you purposely drive around Australia finding the noisiest fucking birds that you can possibly find to record somewhere? I don't know what. I don't know. I don't even know what birds they are. I don't know why I've got kookaburra in my head, but I don't.
He said birds, Doug.
I don't know, but Doug just manages to find the noisiest flock of birds that I have ever heard.
Did you see what Doug said about Daryl's video? He fell asleep during it.
Well, probably because you already heard the story. It's like, oh, we already heard this story.
Yeah.
But see, hell, I say there's two different kinds of people, and I'm the second kind of people. There's the people who want to, short and sweet, straight to the point, and that's like, everyone who I know I love that kind of stuff too. But then there's people like me who I love like the really in-depth, nitty-gritty detail that most people find boring or a bit repetitive. I'm just like, oh yeah, give it to me.
It depends on what it is. I mean, if you're putting together a car, like I want every last little nuance on it. But if you're just giving the highlights of a guideline, I don't need to know about the story that made this happen or how this isn't true and how you feel about it and all this other stuff. I don't care.
Yeah.
Tell me the good stuff. I don't care about all that other stuff.
What do you make of the guidelines? I don't think
they haven't changed much.
I don't think it affects anyone here, any of the new guidelines.
I think the only thing for me that was like a little bit like, ooh, maybe I should I think I might turn off the comment section to, I have some videos with my kid, because I highlight local businesses here. And one of the local businesses was a gymnast, is a gym over here. And so I think I'll turn off the comment section to that, which is unfortunate because that video, even though it has like maybe 100 views on it, people comment on it and they end up calling me later and say, I saw your video. And or I run into them at the gym and they're like, oh yeah, I saw your video. I commented on it. I'm that person. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Do you think it's worth doing that though? Because I mean, I think
they can remove your channel from comments in the comment section, so I did go through.
Have they not got past that now?
No, that's what they're starting now. They're basically what they did was they've blocked because one of the art channels I've been following, he's got a vlog channel and he's got like 2 kids now, and his comment section was just like disabled. He didn't do it, so it was YouTube just like they just gone through the entire website, just like anything that could even be like even mildly
right,
whatever, like they've just basically if it has a child in it, they're just disabling the comments just so just temporarily, I'm assuming, just to sort through what's safe and what's
just to satisfy the advertisers. But it's the fact that what like Daryl had said in his thing, it's just the fact that it's like you're guilty before proven innocent, and it takes a lot for you to get through that process. And then if you finally get through your process and your channel was deleted, and then they have that manual review, when you come back, is it going to come back to the same strike? No, your channel is going to die after that.
And it's all good and well saying, oh, don't do it, you'll be all right. But if you are that unlucky person that goes, my channel's gone because of this, what I mean, when I was watching Daryl's videos today, and he was saying that a friend of his got the channel taken down and he had to go. He only got it basically turned back on because he knows people in YouTube. He knew the right people to go to. If that happened to any of us here,
we'd be screwed.
Yeah.
We would. Would there be no chance?
You can't back up your channel though. Just remember that.
And the other bad thing now is that you can actually have your you can get a community guideline strike because of your like the comment section, not just the video itself, but the actual people leaving comments. So now, I think it's kind of bad
for other people's actions.
Because some of the false strikes, I kind of get the feeling that was after what was it, the YouTube Heroes thing? If any of you remember that, where they announced the YouTube Heroes thing, where you could go and flag, and that like there was like trolls that would flag videos that didn't weren't supposed to be flagged. And now I'm kind of getting the feeling that not that I want to give people ideas, but if someone doesn't like your channel, all they have to do now is test how good your filters are. and go, oh, let's just leave some bad comments on here that'll get this video deleted.
But
Right,
wouldn't that
power
then go
control.
into their other thing that they've got, where if you've got people constantly posting like troll comments, then they would remove those people and not your comments?
Supposed to,
Yeah,
but then
Sorry, I thought that was what the spam filter was for.
Yeah.
Well, now I updated my bad word. My bad word thing.
Yeah.
So like there's some words I learned that I had no idea were bad words. So I just keep constantly updating that filter.
Yeah, and I'll give you all a tip for the bad word filter. Don't just put the bad words. Put the alternatives of spell, like put the bad words but misspelled bad words, and sometimes change, like, because I've watched like PewDiePie streams and that, and you'll see like some really creative spellings just to try and get past the filters. So I've just been like taking note. I'm like, all right, that's what trolls write down. I'll put that in my filters list. Okay, they're using that word as well. All right, put that in.
Also as well, I was talking to Christine yesterday. Christina, sorry, and we were she was testing a live stream because she's moved over to Slobs, or semi moved over to Slobs for now. I don't know whether you're sticking with Slobs or not, but she done a test stream, and we were just checking bad words, and it amazed me on how in England, some words in England, they don't even know. I mean, it sounds crazy. They don't even know about in America, because one of the words I put in was slag.
I didn't even know that was a word.
Christina was like,
"Oh, I've known that for years."
But that's not a word here.
Yeah, in the US, it's not a word. Because I said to Christina, I said, you walk up to any woman in the UK and call her a slag, and you end up with a foot in your eye.
And
I'd be like, okay, you're a slug. I don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, and Americans apparently don't know FAP, and they apparently don't know wanker either.
FAP.
Wanker is an amazing word.
FAP.
What's that, FAP?
I didn't know FAP before I met you. I didn't know what I didn't know.
So is FAP like an Australian thing or something?
Must be. It's like
in
here's
the UK, fapping is jacking off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it now, but before I met Beanie, I mean, there's two things before I met Beanie I didn't know. I didn't realise that FAP was a word, and I didn't realise that cap t-shirts were still in style.
Because you know what's funny about what's funny about the whole FAP thing though is that the Nimmons, they didn't know that was and they were talking about it on the street.
Neither did I. I was talking about it on the channel. I'm like, what's that?
And I'm just
FAP. I was like, what?
Yeah, I'm like messaging.
I didn't have a clue.
D did like he
goes.
Well,
they didn't tell me to shut up or anything. I kept going on.
Here it comes. Yeah. Here it comes.
I'm just like,
Nick was just. Nick just let it keep going. He just kept on talking. He didn't even acknowledge it. He just was talking about the basics of putting a channel together. That's it.
I think it was Beanie told me to go into the Discord. He's like, "Kev, go to the Discord." I'm like, "Oh."
Because the thing was, it's like a channel dedicated to it, and he's like, because Nick had no idea what it was about. He's like, going, "Oh yeah, you need to hone down on this FAP thing. You need to make sure that's the whole thing on the banner." I'm like,
drive that in there, drive it in.
Although, in fairness, if Americans don't know about it, and mostly Australians do, maybe YouTube doesn't, so they don't care about it.
Did you see the comment section? How many people were like, "What is that? What does that mean? What's that lifestyle?" And then I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Laughing my ass off.
And somebody said, "Google it."
Yeah, that was me, I think.
Lots of people were saying it.
I'm just laughing my ass off, going, "Oh, this is hilarious."
I haven't seen that guy back in the chat though.
No.
I just remember saying in the comment section, I'm like, boy, that is not a channel I'll be watching.
I think it was one of those guys who knew that Nick would know better. So he's like, let's see if Nick will know.
No, he really wanted some honest feedback. No, he was really definitely looking.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, true.
Because I mean, he was like answering his questions, and no, he was genuine.
Doug saying in defense, in Beanie's defense, it is summer. What are we talking about?
Your shirt.
Yeah.
What about it?
Like I said before, I didn't realize that cap t-shirts were still a thing.
Cap t I've never heard of cap t-shirts.
In the UK,
Sleeveless.
we call these cap t-shirts when you take the
we call them singlets.
We call them now. A singlet here is something you use for wrestling, and we just call those sleeveless shirts.
Really?
I just call it a wife beater.
Yeah, well, a white
t-shirt. That's the white t-shirt.
The white t-shirt that's striped like an undershirt.
Yeah. I've just tucked mine in, and I think I look like an Australian rules footballer now.
I'll be right back.
Charlie's gonna put his one piece on now.
He's gonna go and put it on as well.
You look like you're part of Collingwood now. You wouldn't even know what Collingwood is.
Sorry,
but
it's a really good ski resort in Canada.
Really?
I used to live on a farm called Collingwood.
Back to the guidelines. Back to the guidelines. What else in those guidelines did you find that would be something that we need to pay attention to? What did you find? Did you find anything else that you would think that?
There was one thing that I did find very interesting in them, and I think it could basically.
What's what Andrew just wrote? Joseph.
Well, I'm not even looking at the chat here. What's going on?
Charlie's gonna go and get his wife beater.
He is.
That's not a wife beater. This is a wife beater.
Yeah, that's a wife beater.
No, that's Rocky Balboa right there.
Yeah, but it's the cut of the shape of it is a wife beater.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was one thing I did found interesting in some of the new things that they've done, is that clickbait thumbnails are now not acceptable.
Yeah. And they've banned Flat Earth channels. Well, no, they've demonetized Flat Earth channels.
No, they've got rid of anti-vaxxers as well.
Yeah.
And that is a community safety issue. And I don't care what side of the fence you are on.
No, do you know what? Do you know what should be a community safety issue? That guy down there called Midnight Madness. He should come with a community safety issue.
But I can understand.
I think Charlie should do a drunk driving ad or something.
Well, I did a live stream on Creator Chaos with Dirt Rally. Drunk under this.
Don't be like me.
What were you saying, Christina?
I don't blame YouTube for making this decision to do this, and of course they're trying to please the advertisers. But I think that the other thing that I did like about the thing is that they're going to be a little bit harder on people that are asking for subscribers in those chats.
Yeah,
they're going to be looking for those people and those creative ways that people are trying to ask for subscribers. Hi, friend, why don't you come over to my channel and be my friend too? You know, it's like they're gonna they get more and more creative, and I don't understand why they think that's so important. Why is it that the subscriber count is so important to them? Because some of those people, you know, you go and be their friend, but they're never going to be a part of your channel. They're not going to be an active community member. So why would you go there? I don't understand that.
I should know something funny about that whole the whole 1,000, 4,000 thing, because I think we've been at it for about a year now, that thing. Yep. Yeah. And I remember there was a whole bunch of people going, "Oh, this will be good. It'll weed out those who are serious to those who are just wanting the money, and it'll all the people who just want the money, they'll go find another platform." And now we are a year later, and the begging is even worse than it ever was.
Yeah, because they want those 4,000.
Yeah.
There are groups on Facebook with 85,000 plus members. We're just doing sub for sub.
Nice. I when I first started on YouTube, I was just going to them and I'm like, is this what it's all about? Because I don't give a flip about your vlog about your dogs pooping in the yard, And so I was always on the search for the right Facebook group, because I'm like, I don't want to be a part of this. I'm not. And they have these things is they're okay, this is the one for the day. Make sure you like the one at the top and comment at the one at the bottom, and make sure you watch the whole thing through. And all these people are spending their whole entire days watching videos and commenting on these videos in this thread, and they're in the next hour we'll start a new thread. And there's some people that are in there just posting their video in every single thread. I'm like, what in the world is going on? So I mean that drove me insane. I had to get out of there.
Hey, Christina, I'm here right now. I'm closing Facebook, and I'm not even in Facebook right now because you're talking about all the stuff going on Facebook. I'm like, close. Wait, I'm not even in Facebook.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. It's Facebook.
30-day reviews just asked the question: how are they going to deem what a basically a clickbait thumbnail is.
Oh, they've got it in the thing, the Google. Was it the Google Air
Brain.
thing?
Google Brain.
Yeah. It's.
I suppose that the only way they could do it is if they employ somebody to click on every single thumbnail. Just-
No, but
They can tell them. They can read what you're saying. Like they automatically caption it, so the Google AI is hearing what you're saying, and they're reading it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and we tested it all after VidSummit. We tested that website.
Plus, as well, you've got to think that the Google AI in the Google Brain is going to look at the thumbnail. That will generate a certain amount of keywords. They've only got to then look at your tags, titles, description, and if none of them match up to what the video is, then that's basically. I mean, we all know what clickbait's clickbait. Yeah. The ones that are doing it just. It's just ridiculous.
So is it? There's two types of clickbait. There's the misleading stuff where you would have, let's say, a video dedicated to a Pokemon channel that's got a half-naked woman on the front, which is definitely clickbait, or ethical clickbait, which is a Pokemon and like a standout word that's making you want to click on it. Are they both going to be deemed as clickbait?
No, I think the class in clickbait, as in it's as well as cards in videos. If you are pointing a person to a video, basically saying, say I said, right, there's a video up here now. It's going to tell you how to make $1,000 a day on Bitcoin, and then it took you to my start trading in cryptocurrency video. That's got nothing to do with that's how to start trading in cryptocurrency. It's not how to earn $1,000 a day. It's misleading.
Do you remember? Sorry, go ahead.
No, that was it. It's just the ban and people being misled to videos that has nothing to do with whatever the title of the video is.
Do you remember the Rick Roll days?
The which?
The Rick Roll days. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. I'm hoping that still goes because I love the old Rick Roll.
What's Rick Roll?
You basically click on a video, sort of like oh my god, guys, you've got to watch this video, and it just starts off with
That's like 90% of videos on YouTube.
Rick Astley, you mean?
Yeah, but it was called Rick Rolled.
Oh, Rick Rolled. Okay, fair enough.
Man, you've been living under a rock.
That's what happens when you live up north.
I've got Beanie there, and I've got Hybrid just down there, but you'll both see that. That'll be universal to any fucking corner that's in this chat right now that it applies. Michael Daniels is in the chat. Good evening, Michael Daniels.
Hello.
Good evening,
His
Michael
microphone
Daniels.
is muted.
Yeah, he's muted.
Hey, gang, how's everybody doing?
Good.
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 How you going?
I've been baseballing, and I'm a baseball coach, so I've been out on the baseball field all evening. And we're taking advantage of it because there's no rain. Finally, it's been raining every bloody day.
You've just got Hybrid Steel all moist.
I play baseball in the UK. I'm one of the very few.
There you go. Awesome. Well, there you go.
For all the 5 days of a year, we don't get rain, according to America.
we play every Sunday, rain or shine.
That may change though, Neil. They're getting snow in friggin' Las Vegas now.
Mason,
is anyone hearing an echo?
Cool.
No.
I heard. I could have sworn I heard someone's audio playing through. And it was like repeating itself. Like
I did have a slight.
Christina's doing the little.
Yeah, it's
face.
Christina. It's definitely she's got it written all over her face.
What'd you do?
I did something wrong.
We have had Michael back me up on this. We've had the last year was probably one of the best years I can ever remember in the UK for weather. And since December and today in the UK was absolutely, it wasn't shorts and t-shirt weather, but the weather was glorious.
No, I was trousers and t-shirt weather for me.
I was shorts and t-shirt, but I wear shorts and t-shirt in the snow. I'm just that guy. I'm just that.
You're that weirdo. Yeah.
I'm just that person that just wears shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah, no, it was nice. It was nice over the last couple of days.
It's been right. The weather in the UK has been glorious. I say last year was glorious as well.
Well, this time last year we had like 2 feet of snow.
Did we?
This time last year, Niagara Falls almost froze over.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it'll never really freeze over, but it's pretty.
Never say never.
So, what does have you looked into these new community guidelines, Michael? What do you make of them? Because you are Mr. Google.
Say that again. I'm not sure I understood what the hell you just said.
He's going back on topic.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull us back on, which is because I'm getting the Christina does this thing now and again where she goes, and it's only me that catches it because I think it only burns me. I think you are all you don't get it, but it burns me round about there. I get this pain. It's like So yeah, I have to kind of try and pull you all back because you are all fucking lunatics. What have you seen anything to do with the new community guidelines? Have you looked at the new community guidelines? What's your take on them?
As far as YouTube's concerned, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm involved in all kinds of stuff. I'm involved with being a product expert, and I know I'm not. That means nothing really, but I help in the forums. And so I hear a lot of stuff and I see a lot of stuff. I'm not involved too much in the YouTube side of it, but I hear a lot because of other product experts and they come in and chat and stuff. It's kind of crazy. I mean, it's kind of crazy if you sit back and look, because you have what I think is here's what I'm hearing is mixed vibes. Okay, you can do this, but you can't do this. And then you're like, oh, wait a minute. I thought you said you could do this over here and that kind of stuff. So I think it confuses people when you hear, I'm sure all of you subscribe to, what is the one with Tom that does the
Creator Insider?
Insiders. Yeah, exactly. I mean, because they
oh my
Tom
God.
with the Creator Insiders. Creator Insiders. No idea who that is. It's a great
Under your rock.
They let you know about what's going on with YouTube and a lot of the things, and they've had a couple people on that it was actually been pretty good talking about some of the stuff that you can say and things like that. It's informative as anything, but I think they weigh what that line is. You know what I'm saying? They make that line on what that discretion is. They tell you, so I think people are interpreting that differently, and who knows? Who knows? I don't know. That's kind of what I gather. You never know what Google's thinking. That's all I can say.
But they know what you're thinking.
Yeah, they certainly do know what you're thinking. I think it's a good. I just think my personal opinion on it is with the whole thing with that came out last week with the comments and people getting the channels banned and you can't say this and you can't say that, and then now they've changed the guidelines. It is probably coincidental that the pair of them happened at the same time. I mean, everyone's going on about it's Apocalypse 2. It's not. It's just safety.
It's nowhere near as bad as the last one.
I was gonna say it can't be Apocalypse 2 because now on my desktop I'm getting double the amount of ads thrown at me. I'm like watching people. I'm like, I'm skipping an ad, and now there's another ad. I'm like, wait, what? 2 ads?
Yeah, I just saw that.
Why
too.
is that? What is that?
It must be new. That it's something I don't think it's a test. It's just something that they've introduced, and they're like, deal with it. But it's one of those weird things that we can't seem to opt in or opt out of. It just happens.
Do you?
Unless you buy Google unless you buy the premium YouTube or whatever. That's what I have. So I don't.
YouTube Red.
We do have the option for unskippable ads.
Premium.
Do you guys get the? I don't know whether it's just a UK thing, and Mike might know of seeing this. I've noticed lately when I go on, when I'm watching a video on YouTube, it'll ask me underneath the video will be an advert. And it'll be like, buy now or subscribe, pay for this service now. I will actually get I don't know if you've noticed it, Mike.
Can't say I have, to be fair.
I really need to find one
and take a screenshot next time you see it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try. I'll flick through a few videos and just see if I can. But it's weird. I get an advert at the bottom, and it'll basically, I'll have to click like underneath the actual ad screen. It'll be in there and it'll take up the full section and it'll be like buy now or pay now or subscribe now for this service.
Oh, is that for the YouTube premium or is it for other stuff?
It's for other stuff. It used to be just YouTube Premium, but now it seems to be for different other things as well as YouTube Premium. I mean, the YouTube Premium does seem to be getting pushed out to me a lot more than it used to be.
Christian is in the chat.
Oh, well, it's all gone downhill then, hasn't it?
Shit.
Well, now that he's almost at 10,000 subscribers, he's too big to even be on.
Almost 9,500.
Yeah,
he really, he should be at 10,000 already. What? Come on, lift your game, mate. Lift your game.
I know.
Just joking for anyone who can't read sarcasm or jokes.
Oh wow.
It's that posh accent of yours, Beanie.
Yeah.
Hey, I think Beanie and Christian should do a dinosaurs in space episode.
That would be cool.
I think I mean one of them.
I thought Christian already did dinosaurs about space.
He's eating dinner for crying out loud.
I'm just picking on his age there. He's only like 4 years older than me. He does get some stick, does our Christian, doesn't he?
Yeah. But in fairness to him, I mean, if you're going to be that successful, you're going to get a stick.
Did you, talking about Christian's channel and going onto these go back onto the community strikes.
Yeah.
How does this affect the likes of
Not the Christian's channel, because he gets quite a lot of hate from flat earthers.
No, not even that, but the likes of channels like Needs More Subs.
Oh yeah.
Because you can't now, you can't mention sub for sub. You can't put in a chat. I mean, if you put in a chat, sub to my channel, technically you're breaking YouTube's community guideline.
But the way he does it, the way that Needs More Subs does it, is that he is pulling up their channels and talking about them a little bit. He isn't like saying go sub to their channel. He's basically saying, here's their channel. This is what they do. He did a fantastic video about this. If this is what you're interested in, go over there and check him out. There's nothing wrong with that.
His channel name is Needs More Subs.
Yeah. Well,
I agree.
Have to change it.
I'm not. I've bought into the whole Need More Subs channel thing now because it's
you
just
kind of weird.
It's just funny, you know what I mean? It's just
this clickbait in a way, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it?
But he actually delivers, so I think that's what Christina was saying.
Right.
Is that he actually delivers, so it's not really clickbait. It's kind of because he's
like ethical
clickbait.
Yeah.
It's a play on words.
I thought it was like those channels. Those channels that say, can we get 1,000 subscribers without any videos? I initially thought his channel was one of those channels until I'm like checking it. I'm like, oh no, he's actually a legit channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Isn't there someone we knew that wanted to get 1,000 subscribers with no videos?
D. Nimmin.
He did it.
Wow.
Didn't he get 4?
He just come out and said it.
I absolutely refused to subscribe to him until he had his first video. I was like, I was not going to subscribe until he had his first video. I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, that's funny. He just comes out with it. But
actually,
yep.
I think it took him a year to get his first video out.
Yeah, it was like a year.
Well, they talked about it for a while, but then he didn't really start promoting it until a couple months before he actually put out a video.
I kept giving him flack for it.
Yeah.
Going back onto Needs More Subs, we need to address, which is a very serious matter, the fact that Patty Broussard goes in there in the chat and possibly tells some of the worst jokes that have possibly been read to mankind. And we need to have words about this because she was goading me before. She was like, "Come on, Neil, give us a bad joke, and I then bought into it. I then started putting stupid jokes up. You know what I mean? It's
dad jokes, like the bad dad jokes.
They were terrible. I can't even remember. I put a couple up, but Patty was leading. She was like the ringleader of putting bad jokes into the Need More Subs channel. But
she's in the chat.
That's why I mentioned it. I wouldn't talk about.
That's why he said it.
One of the worst jokes ever stacked up next to her.
Yeah, it was quite fun. But yeah, I do buy into the whole Needs More Subs because it is a bit of a laugh, and I just hope he doesn't get. I just hope genuine little channels like that are, trying to build a community and trying to put people together don't get brought into this whole bracket of right, that's clickbait or you sub for subbing.
Yeah,
because there's
if worse comes to
Oh, go ahead, Beanie, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if worst comes worst, he'll just have to change his channel name and like Uncle Dan did, and then he'll be right.
Yeah, it's true.
That's another thing as well. No cuss words, or the clamping down on channels with foul language in the name, and explicit photographs in the channel title, and explicit artwork and things like that. They're clamping down on all this now.
Yeah, one of Tim Schmore's moderators is her name is Get Your Shit Together. They're like, that's the channel name. And I was always wondering how, like, because I was just like, how did, because Tim's a very, like, I think Tim's Christian or Catholic or something, and he's got like 7 kids. I'm like, your moderator's got that kind of name. Okay, no judgment, but okay.
You know, one thing I was going to say earlier is I think that, see, YouTube is like, it's a lot of Google products. They just follow what everybody else is doing. And, you know, like Twitch, I don't like, how do they get away with playing all the music that they play and all that kind of stuff? Well, here's how, because they do live stuff always. Yeah, it's people don't go back and watch Twitch stuff. So I think, and YouTube's trying to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So they already have all these guidelines, and they're making more guidelines because, you know, it is starting to offend people and stuff like that. And because my kids are into Twitch, and I stream my game show to both. I do it to YouTube and Twitch on Friday nights, and it's just a different crowd. People don't come back and watch that video. They just don't. It's a whole different environment. And when YouTube's trying to be like that, you know what I'm saying? Or who knows what they're trying to be like? You know, I think that affects everything. So I think the guidelines get mixed. I think it's just a totally different way of looking at things like that. So and I think, you know, when they made that approach, when they made the big deal about the 4,000 and 1,000 or whatever, I think that, you know, they had to come up with a number. And that now they're putting restrictions. Now they're doing all this, but it evolves. But I don't really know if they have a set goal in mind. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they're trying to do.
They're trying to raise complaints.
I think they're just trying to protect themselves. At the end of the day, YouTube is a private company. It's not. It's not like the BBC. It is a private company. I think they're just the way the world's gone now, which we will all admit. I mean, we're all within reason, kind of around the same age bracket. You know, we're all we all grew up in the 90s. So you go back to the 90s, right? There was none of. You look at some of the stuff that goes on now. It didn't even exist in the 90s.
No,
and it didn't. Online grooming didn't exist. You know, pedophilia. It did exist, but it wasn't brought to the front forestep. You know, things like that, which we're now hearing about, and you know, kids getting, you know, cyberbullying. There was none of this stuff existed, but now it does
exist. Making me feel old. You're making me feel old. I didn't grow up in the 90s.
No, but I'm saying it was, we were all.
No, I know what you're saying.
We were all within.
We're talking about tech.
Yeah, we were all within the 90s. We all remember the 90s. When the ball started rolling with all, you know, the internet and things like that, and it just now it's gone berserk.
To be honest, I think it
now that generation. Back in my day.
Oh man, I was just about to say that because I remember the day I still got the internet. It was like, holy shit.
Oh man, the day I went from 56K to high speed, which was like 1.5 down on a cable modem. It was like,
that was me about a year ago.
Wow,
that's what Beanie gets now.
That see, I went from up to ADSL. I think that was what 3 years ago.
I think my first one was 28 megabytes. It was through a phone line, and you literally had to connect it to the modem, and you did it, dial it up.
Yeah. And whenever we got a phone call, my internet would drop out.
Yeah. Before the disable call waiting. Yeah, I remember that.
Launchpad Astronomy says he was born in the 90s. Bull crap.
Right.
No one told you that he was in a coma for 30 years.
Yeah, it's so funny. When I was growing up, nobody would ever try and answer the telephone. Now it's like, oh my, they die for their telephone. It's complete opposite.
I don't have a telephone.
No.
Well, and when I was a kid, we would have knocked out somebody's tooth once that phone rang. Like we would have like killed somebody. A phone rang and Elvis Joe like
Especially if you're downloading.
There was God, God was calling and someone's going to get the call. And now it's like the phone rings and no one even will look at it.
That's right. Exactly.
I have mine turned off. The package deal I have in the UK with Virgin Media, the phone, a home telephone now, it's basically just a means for companies that think you've been in an accident to phone you. It's no one rings you on it. People could be, ran over. They could be, the leg falling off. But the only people that ring you on a landline phone is, were you in an accident last month? No.
I love them.
And then they argue with you. Are you sure? Well, I'm fucking pretty sure I know whether I was in an accident. Yeah.
I make them hang up on me.
My mum and dad have still got the landline, and I love going around there because I'll sit there and I let them go through all the speech, and then you'd be like, you let them go on and on. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. And then when it comes to the serious bit, I always ask them what they're wearing. And it always goes silent.
I do that always.
Yeah, they won't be ringing back anytime soon.
Over here, we get solar panels.
If they phone me up and I go, it's more, oh yeah, have you had an accident in the last 5 years? Yes, I have. Really? Okay. What was it? I had was lost in a car accident. Oh my God. Oh, this is amazing. All right, cool. What else? Oh yeah, I lost a leg as well. And I just keep going until there's literally nothing left.
We used to get like somebody calling to clean our ducts all the time.
Ducks. See, in the UK, our ducks clean themselves in ponds.
Yeah,
exactly.
Air duct.
Yeah, we got ducks, and now we're getting solar panels. It's
they call like every day.
They're like, hi, we're from this and it's always from the government. It's like, hi, this is a solar panel company from from the government, and we're just like, and I'm like, as soon as I mentioned from the government, I'm like, something shifty about that.
Now I've actually got a story about that of a friend of mine who screwed himself out of full solar panels on his roof a couple of years ago. In the UK, the government had actually commissioned a company to go around and fit. They were doing this whole clean. I think it was something to do with the EU, or they wanted an EU award for healthy living and clean living. So they put millions into this project where they went around different people, different houses, different areas, and they were fitting free solar panels. So the lot, it was all getting fitted free. A mate of mine had the phone call. Then he was laughing like, fucking think I'm stupid, you know what I mean? Blah blah blah. About 3 or 4 months later, his neighbour actually had all the solar panels fitted to his house. Right, and the front, the back. I mean, it must have been 10 grand's worth of gear. Lowered his electricity bill by about 3/4. And then he was like, how did you get that? And he was like, some guy just rang up one day and I opted into it. He was fucking...
The one time, right?
He still mentions it now. To this day, he still mentions it. I was fucking...
You?
Government screwed me over there. He screwed me over. I was like, no, you
screwed yourself.
Yeah, but they always do it. They done it. They do it with loft insulation. I mean, most of the UK, because they try and... I mean, Michael probably tell you how many people you had knocked on your door about insulation your house and heating and things like that.
The worst part about that, right, is I get them all the time, right? But because I'm a council tenant, it's the council's job to sort the flat out, not mine.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, you're getting stared at again.
Yeah, the pain. Live streaming problems. I just felt it there. Then we were having a nice casual conversation, and then the fucking...
That's from the police brutality.
The beast from the east crept inside
Oh, don't
me.
go there.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
Let's not go there.
Wow, rabbit hole. We're not allowed to go down the rabbit hole now. Or Queen Christina will shout at us all.
Sorry, Cricket.
What did I even say? I didn't say a word.
Don't you?
You said, Neil,
lie.
Shut the
Don't
fuck up.
Dare
Get on
lie.
with the show.
Launchpad sounds. Launchpad's gonna.
Christy, I'm
Stay on
sure
target.
Christian and Christina are like texting each other or doing whatever some sort of message board somewhere on MySpace, and they keep it off grid so no one knows that you still use. I'm convinced you still use MySpace. Because
I've never even had an account.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, I did. I
did. My neighbor.
Go on.
Live stream problems. Live stream problems.
No, you were saying. Carry on.
No, staying on topic. I promise.
I was going to say, out of curiosity, what does MySpace have to do with community?
I stopped.
Yeah, try and keep it on topic, Christina, please.
I think I'm out of the loop on that one.
Yeah, live streaming problems. This is. I think someone mentioned it to me today, so I'm going to let her lead on this one.
I want to know what you do when your live stream goes awry. Not like on here like it did.
What I do is I get on MySpace.
and get hold of Tom.
To be honest with you, the only live streamer problem I seem to have is I don't unmute the mics. So I can't really... You guys has a better qualified than me. Probably Michael or even Mike. You do more live streaming than anybody,
mate.
Michael, have you ever had it go awry? Because I know that you do a lot of live streamings with like with the game show and everything. Have you had it go awry?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've had it. Like the live stream stop or not work and stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, any kind of problem, anything. Yeah. What is it you do? How do you pull it back in and make it go out of it?
I actually had a game show one time where YouTube just would not load up. It just wouldn't load up at all. So what I basically did was set up a whole nother one. Mm-hmm. I had set up a whole nother game, just redid, and especially when I was learning how to set up an event ahead with its unique link or using a regular link. Because what happens is if you start on YouTube with the link that you can use over and over, what happens is if I have other links using that same one, it would go into the next week's show and then into the next week's show. So that's why I only do them one at a time now and give it an individual link if I do go ahead. So when that first happened to me, I was like, oh my God, everybody's like, well, where are you? Where are you? We're over here. You're over here, all this kind of stuff. So all I did was the main thing is what I did. I didn't panic. I knew what was going on. I figured it out. So I immediately got the link to the correct one where we were, set it all back up and had it all in there and luckily recovered in time. But a lot of people, they're having fun on Friday night. So they were just like, what in the heck's going on? It's okay. And then as long as you get back to it, I think that's the biggest thing. And they know that stuff's going to go. That's one thing that's nice about live is we're not doing TV, we're doing a live stream. So I think a lot of people understand that and they're patient with it. So even if it happened now, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing this enough, and a lot of regular people that come on, the only person that would be confused is someone that's brand new. So I think people know that and see that, but it does happen. That's how. Why can't my mind's blank? You guys, you got a nickname for him. Why can't I think? Gord, Iceman.
Mm-hmm. Iceman.
Yeah, Iceman. He was on with.
The voice of moisturizer.
Yeah, that's it. That's the nickname that you give him. I love it. He was on with Eileen Smith, and I have known Eileen Smith forever. She does a lot of stuff and really informative and very helpful. They were trying to do a thing, and she during his live stream, and she taught him how to do a hangout instead because he was having issues with Zoom. So I said in the comments while I was watching, I said, if you want any help with this, I'll be glad to come in, help you out, and work you out. And now the one that you see where he's on there, I helped him design that whole thing. Right. And so if you ever watch his show, I pretty much give him a lot of insight there. And so I try to help people too that are having issues. A lot of times if I see it, I say, hey, here's some of the things you can do, or I'll put in the comments because I know it happened to me.
I have a question for you, Michael. Do you mind when people are talking amongst each other in the chat? Does that bother you during a show?
To me, that's part of a community. That's where I wish it was more YouTube. I wish YouTube, that it used to, or I think it still does on the old one, it said community. It's truly not community. It's just, I think you and I have had this conversation before, mm-hmm. Christy. It's just the owner of that channel and then people that watch that one. It's like one to many. It's not really many to many. It's not like somebody else could get on there and ask somebody else a question. It's not really building community. which when you guys turn me on to Discord, that's totally community. I mean, you're in there with everyone. I love that. That's community to me. So for me, people in there chatting and talking to each other, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it can, I mean, if they're just saying hey and stuff like that, but if they have a full conversation over there, like, I don't think I would really enjoy that during my show, you know what I'm saying? But I don't mind it. I mean, hey, they're there, they're watching, they're listening. So that's kind of the way I look at it. You know, it's better than being somewhere else, I guess, right?
Right. It's like somebody was talking about that the other day, that like they don't like when the people start talking to one another. And I'm like, I love that. Because I look at the live streams as a hangout of community.
Exactly. I agree with you on that.
I don't mind it at all. It doesn't bother me.
Do you think some people do get a bit pissy over that?
Yeah, I do. I've seen it.
Really?
Where they're like, well, they're just talking amongst each other. You know, let's bring it back in, guys. I've seen them get mad, and I'm like, what are you doing? But those are the same people that I watch one time and never watch again. So because they think it's all about them. You know, it's like,
well, yeah, that's all about the value proposition, right? If they don't really know who's on the channel and they're looking for the information or they want to learn something, then they're not going to stick around for us joking around or whatever.
Right.
That's a great point, because I think that, okay, just create a video then. If you want people just to respond and do whatever with the comments down below, just create a video. But if you're going to do a live stream, and the part is the live part, I think people enjoy having their name on screen or having that, or making the comment that, oh, so-and-so's here and they're talking about this. Oh my gosh, they got their own thing going. That's what makes it human. You know, that's what brings the human element out. That's what I think anyway.
Right.
No, I totally agree. I just think that the reasons why people go into either a live stream or a video, maybe they just don't understand that live streams are different, and maybe we don't do a good enough job at explaining that. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, I was a part of a podcast today that was live on Facebook, and he did not address the comment section at all. He didn't even address the people that were in there, which I didn't even know if anybody was actually watching until after it was published, because I was part of I was being the one that was interviewed. And then I found it and I'm like, there were all these comments and I'm like, we never addressed any of those comments that people were asking questions. I'm like, that is a shame, you know.
There are a few people that do it.
I find that to be really weird.
Really big YouTubers, even with the chat, it's like on slow mode. They won't talk to the chat, they'll just talk to the camera, get their stuff over done with and done.
Yeah.
And I've sat there and just gone, oh, they're not actually talking. Oh, screw it. I'm not even going to pay attention. If they're not listening to the conversation as well that other people are having, then you've lost that interaction between the people and they just disappear.
There's a major disconnect. Yeah. If you're going to do live,
video and upload it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I do it live, my live stream, so I can talk with the audience. And Hybrid, you saw that I started doing a live podcast with the drivers that I do, and I let people ask questions themselves to the drivers.
Yeah. So the only reason why I talk to chat when I'm live streaming is because I'm crap at the game I'm playing, so I have to have like some sort of entertainment.
That's one thing I'll say about you though, Mike. You are really good at playing. I mean, the times I've gone live stream playing a game, I'm like a horse with blinkers on. There's nothing past this field of view. Even
I think we're all like that.
Enters into my head, but you do it. I mean, it's like you've got one ear listening for the baby, you've got another ear playing the game. You're talking to people on chat, you're answering people on Discord, you're playing the game as well, and it's like, just how is this?
Well, you're also.
Is that why he doesn't manage to win?
It's literally the reason why I don't spend a lot of time concentrating on the game is because I'm talking to everybody else. Yeah.
Well, you're also forgetting the other sound he also keeps an ear out for is when he turns into a chicken. Bark, 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 bark.
I don't play that one so much. I actually got a request for actually playing the game. It was like, but I prefer this one.
I've never played that one. There's so many that.
Realm Royale.
Slight tangent, but I just love the fact that there's so many of those good free games. Like you don't even have to pay to play them. Like sure you get ads and in-app purchases and whatever, but they just look so fun.
Mate, the one that I was playing, Realm Royale, there's no ads in that game. It's literally just a free battle royale.
Oh, cool.
It reminds me of this old game that I used to play years ago, and it was like this guy with a sword. God, I can't remember the
Ghouls
name.
and Ghosts.
Go.
Yes, that's it. Ghouls and Ghosts
on Genesis.
Yeah. So
I could just hear.
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck's that?
Every time it happened, Charlie would sit there and type in "bok bok bok" into the chat.
But it was
See, that could be why the duck cleaning people keep calling.
Not the only reason to play that game.
While we're on the conversation of
Here,
Mike,
like this.
I actually had a message off Mike before.
Did you?
Yeah, I had a message off Hybrid Steel before, and I think me and Christina must have kicked his ass. I was out having tea with Daisy, and Mike messaged me, and I don't know whether he wants to tell us about the message that he sent me, but I think he's gained an award.
Oh, yeah, that award that I'm now officially YouTube certified.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very
So that's why you took the week off of YouTube, because your brain is bleeding. Your brain is bleeding.
I'm
Basically,
sitting there, literally.
What I'd done is, before I went away on holiday, I tried to go for the whole YouTube certification, and I failed epically. I mean, like the first exam I took was like 64%, and it just sort of stuttered around that. And I came back and I spoke to Neil, because you and Neil were going through the whole YouTube certification thing.
We did that for weeks.
Yeah. And I said, why are you doing it? He goes, I'm bored, and Christina wants to do it because she's doing a course. I was like, all right, no, that's not a problem. And I spoke to him a couple of days ago, and I said, right, I'm going to go for the exam again and everything else. He goes, no, don't worry, mate, we'll get through this time. And for the questions that because I've got this problem when it comes to like YouTube terminology, they confuse the piss out of me.
Well, the questions are trick.
Me too.
They trick they're trick questions. That is like an SAT.
A lot of them, I was like, "Yep, I've got this. I know this one. I know this one. I know this one."
And you click it really fast, and they tricked you.
Yeah, and then I was sitting there with Neil, and he just went, "No, it's that one, mate." I was like, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, it's that one." I was like, "Fuck no!" And yeah, because of Neil, it's I got the help to go through it, because I understood everything that was going on. It's just that when they ask you a question,
they do it. They're tricky.
Yeah, my brain doesn't translate that.
They'll flip a word to make the answer
That's exactly
wrong.
what they do. That's exactly what they do, because you already know the answer, and they're like, no, that's not the answer. And then you have to like fine tune read it. You're like, so he
that's
helped,
how
when I say Neil helped me, he helped me actually understand the actual question. So that was what I needed help with, because my brain doesn't translate that very well. But when it comes to understanding the material, I knew what I was talking about. I just can't translate the question itself.
And then done the questions all on his own today and passed.
Yeah.
Good job.
Very much.
Yeah,
I tried months ago. I got like 5 questions in. I was like, I'm done.
Some of them will make your brain bleed.
I didn't even do the questions.
Yeah.
Eric finally got to talk.
Hi guys.
That's because he's now in black.
I'm late as usual. So, what's the occasion for the black thing?
I'm wearing black.
I'm wearing black. We're all wearing black. That is so weird.
No, mine's actually dark blue.
I'm wearing some green as well.
I don't wear any other color.
I don't either. I don't wear it. And Kevin, I have to tell you, your snail video, it was fascinating to watch all those snails climb up the side of that tank. I was like, oh, look at them all. There's little parasites with shells. Look at them.
Yeah.
He did it like a fast, fast pace, like a time lapse.
Time lapse,
yeah, time lapse, but it was super fast, so you could watch them all like climbing on top of each other, and all just like they look like termites.
How long did you record that for?
I think 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours.
Oh, crap.
What length of video did you get out of it? Like, how much footage out of the 4 hours did you use?
Oh, I didn't use all the footage in the clip, but
because out of the 4 hours, what did he get? Like normal speed video? Like, well, obviously not normal speed, but speed.
No, it was sped up quite a bit. So it was like 15 minutes
out of 4
10 to 15 minutes or something. Yeah, it was. I think I set it at 5-second interval.
Oh, gotcha.
Is what the interval was. So whatever that works out to.
That's crazy. It is crazy. So, Well, the next topic was live. What was it? Live streaming addiction.
Oh, I have it.
I have it.
I wouldn't be surprised if I have it too.
I don't know if it's a certifiable problem, but I
need medication.
I need a 12-step program, but if you could put it in a video series and if it was a live stream, that'd be amazing. But
I don't have it.
Now, you doing the live stream or watching other people?
Watching. That's my favorite.
Watching
content to watch. That's my favorite content to watch.
Yeah, I watch like 4 or 5 at a time, and I'll mute maybe 1 or 2, and I just keep on switching.
Well, because you can
like
actually
streams.
My Sundays are live streaming. I watch because I live stream 5 days a week. So when it comes to the weekends, I watch other people's streams. So I watch Nick and D on Saturday. On Sunday, I watch D stream, then play baseball. Come home, I'm watching RPM Nexus, and then I watch Nez, and then I go to bed.
Did just
it's fun to interact.
Live streams though, because I don't know if you've ever done it, because I know we won't mention any names, but there is someone in here that is addicted to, when they're bored, going in the search bar, typing live stream, dropping the filter down to vlog, and then just going through the whole section of lunatics that are maybe either sitting in the car or, and then they try and pull me in on this sick, twisted, this just hobby they've got. And me being the sucker that I am, I tend to get pulled along with it. I'll just get a message, watch this. Okay, watch this. Next thing, you're sitting there watching some Glaswegian girl who's rather large talking about she can't get over the fact that her budgie died and she doesn't know what she's going to do, and this has been going on for 6 hours.
Yes, and she's only had one person watching the whole time. Yeah, and I think it was her on her other phone, and she's just laying there like this in her bed. I can't seem to get motivated. I'm like, well, get up first of all. Like I don't know why I have for some reason I have this thing for people that I'm like, oh, we can help them. I like all my dogs are rescues. I just feel like I need to rescue people.
It's called the Mother Teresa syndrome.
Is that why you popped in my stream last night?
No, Beanie, I genuinely love you. You know that.
I know. I'm just joking.
But I always I always have this thing for people that are just a little bit different, a little off the grid kind of people.
Well, one thing I think too is TV nowadays is just so raunchy. I mean, it's really not that good, and there's hundreds of channels. So to me, I think the live part of it, that's one thing I loved about when you guys invited me to the Discord. You have a section that's called Live Now, and you put the video in there when somebody goes live. That's fantastic. I love that. I've actually been to a lot of you guys' show because of it, but I love that. I think that's important to support but not just support, but actually find out a little bit about each other that way. And it's the human element that you get that you don't get from TV. So that's why I love it.
And sometimes there's live streams that don't even relate to anybody that's in the Discord.
Absolutely.
They're just like a cool live stream to be a part of.
I love that. I think that's awesome.
Did anyone, by the way, watch? I dropped a video in the Discord the other day about it was astral projection and the CIA's research through I think it was the 70s and 80s into basically people who can see, who worked for the CIA, who can actually see things going on in other countries. They actually had a guy who's got their audio on there, because I can hear me.
Probably you.
I can hear it.
It's not. I can't hear me because my audio's off. It's that Mellinger woman again. No,
could be Car.
Yeah, it was basically the CIA. There was a guy from the CIA who was in the actual. He was one of the scientists that led, and they still do it up to this day. They still look for people with the ability to basically see other things in what's going on. It's crazy. It was on for an hour, and it will blow your mind. And it's stuff like that you come across, and I think that's great. Like Michael was saying, people drop links into other channels, apart from one we won't mention. They are. Some of them are just fantastic.
Do you find many artists in those streams?
Voldemort.
Voldemort. No, shall not be named.
Is that how we're referring to it now? Then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
The
What is
channel
that?
that will not be mentioned.
It's the symbol.
So anyway, as I was saying with with those streams, do you find artists in those streams?
I'll message you, Charlie.
Not new artists, but like just like because I know Twitch has it's whole it's like it's got this whole arts section in the Twitch. So I'm like, it'd be cool if they've actually got stuff like that on YouTube where like if you just like want to find a new artist, you go, let's just go in this little section. Oh, okay, here's a bunch of people streaming art, and you just find a whole bunch of new channels to follow.
Someone is pounding away at their keyboard, man.
Oh, that was me.
Charlie's
sorry.
Guilty. Charlie's guilty of it. But there's some crazy channels that you come across with people drop into the Discord. Apart from the one we were watching tonight, I don't know if anybody was privy to the one that we dropped in the.
I saw the IQ thing, and then you guys started talking about something else that got lost. The sub thing. What was that all about? Because I was busy, so I couldn't follow.
Is that Pusa Studio or?
Oh, okay. I've been in there. I don't mess with that. That's a mess.
Yeah, well, I think one of our gang is going on there. I won't mention who it is, but someone is going on there on Friday, and I don't think they knew anything about. I mean, I'd never heard of them before.
Never.
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
Patty Broussard put a link in there in the Who's Live Now. I think it was Pusa Studios.
Yeah,
I think that's what we're talking.
Yeah. One of our channels is going on with them on Friday. Is going live with them on Friday. And they did.
So I've never seen someone go on. What do they do when they go on?
I don't know.
I clicked into it for a couple of seconds. It just sounded like they were just talking about channel growth and like things that people like the Nimmins do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I checked them out before too. Wasn't interested.
Where's the post?
It's in live now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did Neil left us, or did he?
He's down in the bottom right corner.
Oh, but he's just the picture.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, it's because he knew. He says it back in a minute. So
back in a minute. He needs a what you call it a comfort. No, he needs a comfort break.
A comfort
break. Yeah, that's what they call it.
He's got to take a vitamin P.
Yeah.
He needs to take a blue pill.
If he's gone for longer, it wasn't number one.
Oh God, he really did not need to know that. and if goes in longer than that, he needed to clean up.
Neil's not happy.
Oh,
he'll be happy.
How can he be not happy? I was just asking a question.
No, not you.
I'm waiting for him to go in the chat and just like have a dig at us.
Yeah.
Well, he's on the Zoom chat, not the YouTube chat.
I hope he's got his mic on when he goes.
Oh God!
I love what he said.
Don't give him ideas. He would.
I'm gonna see if I can do it, and I'm gonna try this and see if I can get him pissed off. It's a fucking piss, you Aussie wanker.
Yeah, that's how he does it.
Mate, you just went Scottish.
Yeah, a little bit.
He did.
You should hear Eddie do any kind of accent. For some reason, he goes from Spanish to Vietnamese to all the way to English, all the way back to Australian. Like, where? I'm like, what accent was that? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, God.
Apparently, I'm a posh Englishman, but apparently, I can't speak English or whatever Neil talks about. Oh no,
I think we're going to get really off track when he.
Oh yeah, we kind of need to reel this back in, don't we? A little bit.
And now we're gonna do the whole little.
Someone has to give me their list of banned words so I can start adding to.
You're gonna be impressed with my list of banned words.
You know what? We should come up with a community list.
Yeah,
I've got about 120
something.
Yeah, I got over 100 now too. A lot of them are personal though, so I would have to clean it up for you guys.
Oh,
you have to clean up your own banned words list for us.
So people are calling you out individually, going, "You son of a." Ban.
Banned. I have actual banned words that actually have to do with other people's channel names.
Launchpad Astronomy's right. Two of his are Electric Universe and Flat Earth.
I watched a documentary. Speaking where since Neil's not here, we can go off topic. I watched a documentary about flat earthers, and they are really like a cult.
Yeah.
These people are like the way that they are talking. They are really like.
So why do they think it's flat? Like, what's their big reason?
They think it's a big lie to all of us to make us all think the same. I'm like, but what would be the purpose of that? What would make sense for that? Why would all these governments want us to think that the world is round in comparison to flat?
What the fuck is going on here?
We're talking about flat Earth because you went away.
I actually made a tweet yesterday about a flat Earth tweet just to see if anyone would like have a laugh at it. It was both a diss at flat earthers and a diss at Jurassic Park.
Why? Quick question: why have they been demonetized on YouTube?
Because it's seen as a conspiracy channel.
Yeah.
Giving out misleading, false information.
But is it? See, this is where I think YouTube could get it massively wrong because. If someone's opinion is an opinion,
but they're saying their opinions as facts.
They should just move them to the entertainment column.
There's a difference between I believe that the Earth is flat because of these reasons. And then
YouTube guru section
or travel. They get to the edge, and what the hell happens? I don't know.
What about drama?
I want to see what's underneath the Earth. Oh wait, no, that's why asteroid doesn't exist because we're underneath the Earth.
No, you don't exist.
You don't exist. We had this last week, and then it went. It went wildly.
Okay, we're off topic.
Okay, back on topic.
It did go wildly off topic after we found that Australia, according to flat earthers, doesn't exist. It just went tits up from there.
But.
Well, I just think that advertisers should have a choice on what kind of channels they put their stuff on. And I'm sure that there are advertisers that would say, yes.
They technically do.
Well, it kind of. If you even read the rules, it's kind of sort of like that, but not really.
But no, from like on the advertiser side, they get to choose, whether their content goes on like it's basically like in Australia we've got the G to R-rated films, so. Some people wouldn't want to have their stuff advertised on on the adult film, not adult. Okay, they wouldn't want their mature audience. They wouldn't want their ads on mature audience, and some of them would don't mind having their ads on mature audiences. So the advertiser,
right, but you get a bucket. They're just like, okay. Like Beanie Draws is a drawing channel. So they just take all the drawing channels and they put them in a bucket and then they say, okay, these are where the ads are going. They don't scrub through each one of those channels to make sure they're appropriate. No. And I just think that if they came up with a better system, because if the AI can read your thumbnail, then they can find out if you're saying or doing some weird stuff,
Yeah. So right now, Social Blade has me as a travel channel. I don't know what they're going to do after the snail thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure snails travel.
What do you have yourself?
They do.
Takes a while.
Because you can change what you're marked as.
Yeah.
I don't even.
No.
Yeah. Category, you mean?
I don't
the
think
system's coming up with that.
I don't think there's enough categories in YouTube
No,
itself.
No.
That's true. That's very true.
That
I'm
is
in
a
autos and
major-
something.
Sorry, Charlie?
Yeah.
I'm in autos and something else.
Yeah, but at least that relates to what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, your vehicle is an automobile. Whether you're racing it or smashing it up or fixing them, it could come under. I mean, myself, my channel, I can't categorize mine under anything that even fits.
Mine doesn't
Gotcha.
categorize under anything under.
No,
Social
yours
Blade.
doesn't. Yeah, so, I mean, beanies, arts, Eric, tech,
Science.
Mike, gaming. Michael. I don't know whether yours will be tech or gaming or it's a. You'd have to choose one, but at least you're just greedy. You got a choice of two.
Well, according to mine, like Social Blade just comes up with channel type nothing for me.
Sounds about right.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Nothing?
Niels is fuck with nah.
Mine what?
I'm surprised Niels isn't listed under finance or something.
Yeah, financial advice, even though it's not a financial advisor.
Yeah, this is not financial advice.
What about educational?
Fuck off. Have you seen my videos?
Have you seen this channel?
It is educational though. I've learned some things.
I did too. I didn't know any before I started watching you. I knew nothing about blockchain, nothing about cryptocurrency. I was
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin.
There's actually a guy I work with, and we were having a conversation last week, and he said, "Oh, what do you do outside of work?" I said, "Oh, I make YouTube videos." He was like, "Oh, really? What on?" I said, "Cryptocurrency," and he was like, "What's that?" This is a guy who's a manager of a bar, right? And I said, I looked at him, I was like, what do you mean? I said, like Bitcoin and things like that. And his actual response was, is that a real thing?
Wow. Yeah, well, something like that.
They have Michael Daniels' channel as entertainment, but I would consider your channel as an educational channel. You just happen to have like that show on Friday night. But mostly it's educational.
But is that because what have you marketed?
When I first designed it, I decided from day one. That's why I wanted to go with my name, and what you get is me. Whatever I do, you get me. And that's kind of the way I went at it, because that's what I thought YouTube was. If you think about it, that's what YouTube was. It wasn't really categorized stuff. If you ever watch, I don't know if you guys ever got involved with Blab at all. Blab had categories and stuff where it was definitely, you could go to watch specific things about, and it had like hundreds of them. It made a lot of sense. I'm not saying that I like that. It wasn't for me, but I know a lot of people really enjoyed that because you could go watch the things that you wanted, a topic that you could do. I totally and 100% agree that you should have so many more options and actually have it where you can go choose those, go in and choose, say, I want to see kind of what Beanie was talking about with, hey, I want to see all the artists, kind of what Twitch does and their grouping in their categories and things like that. I think that'd be really, really on their part, a great social and community building. I really think that would be really good because then you can get involved with the things that you're interested or learn more about those particular things. Just my thought.
No, that makes sense.
You've been on the platform since 2006, according to Social Blade. I know.
Someone's on the
You're like the godfather of YouTube.
There's a woman on the screen.
Oh wow, man! I want one. Hold on, you gotta share.
You gotta go on for the rest of us.
Serving in life.
You gotta share.
She's got in from work and she's on the aisle already.
I've had a hard day.
What?
She had a hard day.
Yeah, well, she lives with you, so I'm not surprised.
She's been in work. She hasn't been dealing with me.
Oh, that was a shot over the bow.
Wow.
He knows I love
Hang on.
I don't think you should take that, Neil.
Come back.
Look, he's ordering her around too.
Beanie, just lower down a bit. That's called a female.
It's not a dinosaur.
You're shit. Rotten. You're a rotten little English man. Rotten.
That fucking Australian thing up there.
Yeah.
Oh. Australia, our Daisy just said Australians aren't real.
Oh yeah.
That's right. I didn't exist.
His
Except for
opinion
Doug.
doesn't count. But no, I do. I think they're trying to change so many things, but you need to actually go in and look at the things that are the basic things that are wrong with the platform, like the actual being able to tag your channel as the correct thing that it is.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
I think,
and they should make a space for variety, even though we don't do as much. But
I agree.
Because everybody starts somewhere, right?
Not everyone knows what they want to do. They just want to get in on it. They're like, hey, this YouTube thing sounds fun. I don't know what I want to do on it, but I want to join in and just try it out.
Well,
and a lot of people have different interests too. They get started and then they pivot later.
Yeah.
So we had one of those on Discord today. Massive Games. That was a long conversation. That was like, he wants to do this. No, he wants to do that. No, he wants to try this. Just pick something, please.
Yeah.
Did you see?
Was that during your live stream?
Huh?
That was
talking. What was that? What vidIQ? What?
Did you see the vidIQ stream? Some of the channels that were on there, people just don't know what they want to do, or B, what they're doing.
Yeah.
They only know one thing: they want subscribers.
They're doing every channel for like 15, 30 seconds, then like next. Next.
But
because there's only so much you can say, you know, like when you don't have any content, or the content you have is robbed content, or you know, there's like, what can you say? Start over, you know, like.
And that's the thing too. People have told me. People actually told me, said, split them up, do game show, have a game show channel, have that kind of channel. I said, no, you get me. That's the way I want it, and I didn't care if I got some. I don't care.
Right.
I'm not in this for a living, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm here to have fun, have a blast at whatever I do. What's that?
Yeah, you know, but you're not asking people what should I do. You're like, you know what you want to do.
Yeah.
So there's people like one thing in the whole topic of this conversation. The thing that I've just realized now that's the annoying part is these people that they go, oh, I need more subscribers. Like, what do you do? I don't know. What should I do? So you want us to subscribe to you, even though you don't even know what you want to give us. Like, why do you want subscribers if you don't even know what you're doing? You want people to just watch you do random crap.
I go back to the same conversation with every single one of those that ever asked me, what should I do? You need to ask yourself two questions. Number one, what do you want to do on YouTube? Number two, why are you on YouTube?
And how long do you want to do it for?
Yeah, because I do this as a hobby. I mean, at the moment, I'm not earning any money, and at this rate, I probably won't earn any money until I'm at least 40 something. I do it as a hobby to enjoy it. It gives me something to keep my mind clicking over and just keep doing stuff, and it's something I enjoy. I play games. That's literally it, and I do it for the love of the industry, and I like the fact that I play games and I get to talk to people from all around the world. And then you'll get gamers who come online. Oh yeah, I just want to grow. I want to do this. It's like, but that's not the right mindset to have. That's completely that's not the way to do things. And they don't listen to you because you're trying to give them advice that they're not willing to listen to.
And they'll play a game they hate.
Yeah.
To get the growth and not have any fun doing it at all.
Exactly. And then they suffer from the YouTube burnout because they're not enjoying it.
There was a thing that came out on the vidIQ stream today that the guy, I can't even remember what his name was from vidIQ. What's the guy from vidIQ called?
I think his name's
Rob.
Bald bloke.
Rob. Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah, Rob. He actually came out with something that was quite intelligent. And this is not me having a dig at him. It was actually quite intelligent. He said that there'll come a time when subscribers, they won't even matter.
No.
They won't, because people go on all the time about, I need more subs. How do we get more subs? How do we get more subs? Look at Christian. Okay, he's nearly at 10,000, but 2 videos ago hit 100,000 people watching it. So if you've got 100,000 people watching your videos, why do you need all the subs? Why do you purposely go out and want subs?
It's why I preferred their old system of getting partnered. I mean, okay, they could have just raised that number because, I mean, partner was like 10,000 views. You know, if they'd have just raised that number and not the subscriber count, there wouldn't have been a massive problem. But because as soon as they raised that subscriber count, you had to have 1,000. That was it. YouTube got littered with people doing sub for sub and begging and all the other crap. And that's why Nick streams and like Brian streams, they just turn into, oh, please sub to me. Please sub to me. I'll just bugger off.
Well, the other thing is, though, the thing is that when they found out they needed the watch hours, look at every moron that decided to get on a live stream. I mean, and they'll have 4 people watching, and they'll live stream for 6 hours a day just to make those hours.
That's me on Twitch.
Sounds familiar.
There's a fucking crypto channel. He was doing overnight live streams just to get hours.
He was a fucking wanker that day.
Just playing music.
I was one of those guys who lost out on that because I actually was in the partner program and I was over 100. I'd already made it and was earning money, and then they took it away. So I'm still fighting that battle, but at this point it's more about the
it happened to me also. I was under the threshold back in February of last year.
Yeah.
What I'd like to say is, you know how like sometimes when we like say channel it doesn't show their subscriber count and we're like, oh, why they got to hide? I'm starting to think maybe they should just eliminate this, like still have the subscribe button so you can like so you can find the channels that you actually want to keep watching. But they should just eliminate the subscriber count altogether. So then there's the thing that gets you to monetization status is the actual watch time you've accumulated, and no one sees how much watch time you've got. So basically, the only reason people will subscribe to you is because they actually want to watch you, and it's not like it won't be like a popularity contest because no one will know how many subscribers you got. It's like, okay, the only reason why I'm watching this person is to watch their content. I don't care about how many other people are watching. It's just
I like that idea, actually.
Yeah, because if you think about it, there's people that have 47,000 subscribers and they only get 100 views per video. So you're like, how does that happen?
I'll be back. I'll be back in a minute, and I'm not in Neil's restroom. I'm just telling you, but I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
They should also get rid of the view count as well. If they get rid of the view count and the subscriber count and just watch what you want to watch.
That's the whole reason why I've got TubeBuddy, is to watch that little number go up and I get.
Yeah, but that's on our side. If the viewer didn't see that and they just watched, it would level the playing field quite a bit.
Yeah,
but I think sometimes that entices people to watch. If they see a high number on a video, they'll say, "Well, what's this about?" Like, what?
I know, but how many videos have you watched and been disappointed by that?
Oh, millions.
Loads.
Yeah.
Probably
that's
more.
The point.
Especially on Facebook.
More than
on Facebook is the worst.
And then if you get rid of all those numbers, you get rid of the expectations, and then there's no expectation for this to be good or bad. It's like you just go in there. It'll be based on the titles. Like, okay, is this title sound interesting to me?
Yeah.
I mean, have you guys ever thought about blocking or turning off your sub count and your view count and your like count?
But there's a stigma attached to it doing it now because nobody else is doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I did turn it off, and then I didn't get any subscribers for 6 months. I turned it off for 6 months and did not receive one subscriber.
It'd be interesting to see a big channel do it.
It might have also been because if they did it across the board, it might be different. But I think people who do it individually, it could be that people didn't see the subscriber count and going, oh, maybe this channel's no longer active, and that's why they didn't subscribe.
Yeah,
I think when you hide your subscriber count, people just think that you're up to something. Like, why is he hiding?
You're trying to hide. Right?
Yeah, what's he trying to hide? Well, I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm just, it'd be so it'll happen across the board once one big channel, like say PewDiePie, for instance, or Casey Neistat decides one day, you know what, I'm just going to hide my subs just to test what happens, and then you'll see it'll be like dominoes. It'll be like the next thing to do. Everyone will be like, oh, hide your subs, hide your subs, just to see what happens. But
that'd be awesome.
Trend saying,
or the whole platform hides them on you.
Yeah,
that would be. Yeah, I think that would be a good test they should do.
Yeah. It would be interesting to see what would happen. Another
and
then
thing
I found out was about vidIQ as well. Their system actually tells you when your subscribers are watching or active online, and what videos they're watching after yours as well.
So a bit like Facebook.
Don't know.
No, but I'm saying all the internal analytics would still be there. So Social Blade taps into that. They can see how many subscribers. All the data would still be there. It's just we're talking about the presentation to the viewers.
Yeah,
that's all.
In terms of sub count, TubeBuddy doesn't show the sub count of channels in descriptions in the comment section, does it? Because that's something that you do get from vidIQ. Like you get the subscription number of people who comment on the channel.
That's why I have it. Yeah. I have it. Right. That's the only reason I have it.
Yeah.
All right.
And they also show the like and dislike bar.
I like vidIQ's SEO score comparing your tags to your title to your description. I think that's a good. I think TubeBuddy and vidIQ can work together quite well because you can get a good title from TubeBuddy, but then you can use the whole practices of SEO in your description and your tags through vidIQ to make sure they all line up. I think they're both are good for two different reasons.
I was surprised today after watching the vidIQ stream when they were talking, because they purposely do them little, the little breaks where they try and sell vidIQ onto you and say what you get for the different levels. And some of the things that they were coming out with, I mean, even like I said then, they can tell you where your subscribers are going to, what videos they're watching after yours. They can tell you when the majority of your subscribers are online. So that kind of does away with the whole test the times you're putting. I mean, Christina, you said the other day that you were told you should put your videos out at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Well, that's because I was looking at my analytics, and they have this like little thing that shows you exactly when people really start watching. And I was always publishing at 8:30, 7:30, 8:30 in the morning. And my thought process was a lot of people that were subscribers live up north, and they were watching in the morning. So I thought I was doing the right thing. Well, it come to find out that most of the people start watching about 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, and my peak is 5 o'clock. So I just now started publishing at 3:30. So that way it can like start leveling up, so it will go up quickly at that time, so that way people watch. I don't know how it works. I'm just going to give it a whirl for a couple months and see how it does, see if the videos do any better.
Okay, I'm going to head off a while. My nipples are getting too cold in this tank top.
Good night, Charlie.
Good
night, Charlie. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I was surprised by some of the things that I learned through watching that live streams. And just some of the things they do, I was like, that's quite interesting. What they do. Doug's just said in the chat there, some sponsors want to see what you'd like see your sub counters and things like that.
Yeah, but you can give that privately. You can take a screenshot and send it to them when you're negotiating.
But is it like a, would you miss out on sponsorship deals if they were, you know what I mean? If you're looking for, say you're looking for a tech channel, and you're flicking through tech channel, you come across one of your videos, he looks interesting. What's the subs? Don't know. Oh, can't be asked. Asking. Go to the next one.
That is true.
They will just have a list of like, does he tick these things? If he does, then inbox him and see what he wants to do. If it doesn't, if there's blanks left in the ticks, then they won't even get in touch with you to ask you the question of, do you want to be sponsored? Maybe it's that's actually quite a good point there that Doug said. Doug's doing well today, isn't he? He's put out a good video, good information. He knows what
his video was awesome earlier.
Say again.
His video was awesome earlier. So he was talking about the Gleam, the contest, because if you're telling people to subscribe to you to enter into a contest, that's against YouTube rules.
Yeah.
So you can't use Gleam.
And thank God he had put out that video, because I literally was on a podcast today, and the guy in the podcast was saying, to do this as a strategy. And I said, oh, no, you can't do that. That's now against terms of service. You cannot do that. He was like, oh, really? Enter a contest. You have to subscribe to the channel.
Or like, comment, any of this.
Yep.
But you can run a competition. Like you can run a competition on whatever you want. I mean, say your game show on a Thursday. Right, say your game show on a Thursday. Does it state in your description that you don't have to be a channel? Does it say that you don't have to be a channel member to take part?
It does. You don't. I mean, I guess I can say that, but you don't have to be. I always welcome people in there, and I give a sticker to anybody. It doesn't even. I don't even have the rule that you have to be in the continental USA. I will send a sticker to anybody. I've sent cups to Japan.
Maybe you want to add that in the title just to cover your own ass. Just say, it takes nothing just to put in the title. You don't have to be subscribed to this channel to take part.
Or I'll do that in the description box just to cover your own.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Put it.
Yeah, because I seen there was a couple of people there was one certain channel kicking off about it in vidIQ. Do you want to know more and more information? It was like, mate, just go online and look it up yourself. It's not fucking rocket science. This just go on a community guidelines and look at what they're telling you that you can and can't do.
RPM Nexus did when he was doing his giveaways. He followed YouTube guidelines. He put it in the disclaimer in his description box to say that you don't have to be subscribed, and he gave the details of how the winner would be drawn, and it was to be using the random comment generator thing that TubeBuddy provides. as a contest.
Right.
So what that does is you leave a comment on a video. TubeBuddy then takes that video and then just chooses one of the comments randomly, and then that comment is the person who wins the contest. So it's done fairly and non-biased.
I'm wondering though, if you're asking people to comment to generate, that comment interaction, is that against terms?
I think so. I think so.
I think
that's but how else are you going to pick a random winner? There's got to be some. You've got to look at that thing. There's got to be there's got to be a point where common sense has got to kick in, hasn't it? It's like, okay, yeah, I'm not asking people to subscribe.
Doug's just said that they'd have to take that feature off.
Yep. They will have to, but that's not. Is that a thing, Doug? I mean, Doug obviously he's looked into it more than we have. I mean, we're talking about it, but we know the bare basics.
Yeah.
Is that you don't have to be a channel subscriber to leave a comment.
No.
But just by saying leave a comment to enter the competition, I mean, how else are you going to, you can't do it by fucking crystal ball, can you? You can't win a competition just by hours there, or
maybe you send them off platform.
Sure, you can do like just like a trivia go, okay, just a random, how many states in America? Leave your question below, leave your answer below, and the answers get automatically or randomly selected. Surely that would be okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to be a channel. You don't have to subscribe to the channel to leave a comment. But like Eric's saying, there is like a grey line. And will the where do you stand with it all? It's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is but yeah, if they did say that, like Doug just said, then he said, and that was just his opinion. He said TubeBuddy would have to turn the random pick a winner generator off if that was the case, which I don't think it is. I mean, I don't think for 1 minute that YouTube are going to, because there's no way of picking a winner on a competition. I mean, how else would you do it?
Sounds like an incentivization rule, which is also, technically speaking, it's with Amazon asking people go, and click on my link below to that's incentivization goes against Amazon. So maybe YouTube are going along that route too now.
Yeah.
Doug said he could be misinterpreting the post. I don't think you are, because I've seen a couple of people spoke about it on the actual vidIQ thing. How did he run competitions on the channel? Which to me, it's like Doug explained it. You can't ask people to subscribe. 2, you can't state that you have to be a subscriber to enter. The competition's open to anybody, but you have to leave a comment. Whether you're a subscriber or not, you've got to leave a comment, and that's not wrong of someone to ask. That can't break a guideline. But then,
I think what that is it's my brain just went scattered. Then it'd be like trying to falsely build engagement by like going, you can only win this competition by leaving a comment. That it's like going, subscribe. I need more comments for the algorithm and engagement. So leave a comment on what you want to win.
Yeah.
But there's nothing that says, okay, answer this question below, and that surely it's not like saying, do this for me. It's more like, okay, answer this question, and that, because otherwise, how are you gonna know who's actually visited the video to just randomly give out a prize?
Yeah.
It is a weird one. I don't think you'll know until. Basically, a couple of people get it wrong and get screwed over for it.
Yeah,
that will be the test. It'll be when someone gets screwed over for running a competition or running something like that, and YouTube go, "Oh, you can't do that now." Then they're gonna have to reevaluate.
Maybe just do the competition. You just tell them to answer the question. You don't tell them how though. But don't tell them answer the question.
I think also with competitions competitions have like legal guidelines not even related to YouTube. Like each country has different actual laws related to them, and that's probably, it might get to the point where like with I know on at VidSummit they were talking that that Instagram you're not allowed to have competition. So if you like want to give something away, it has to be a gift. It's not like you can't even mention the word giveaway on Instagram or it'll get you into trouble. So you have to say it's a gift.
A gift away.
Well, yeah, Doug's just said then. He just put in the chat. If a requirement to take that action to enter, if it's a requirement to take that action to enter, then it becomes an incentive.
Incentivizing.
They have to, like, for instance, they have to play the game in order to enter to win a sticker on my trivia night.
But aren't you then enticing people to play your game? Is that what?
So in other words, you can't have fun.
Where does it? What is the actual? Can someone draw up the actual document on it?
Which if with a loose interpretation, that also means that technically speaking, that you can't have one tip trivia on the Nim stream because that's incentivizing people to to comment because you have to leave a comment to get a free review. That's technically incentivization, isn't it?
Yeah, but
or even the super chats. They say if you want to be your channel reviewed, you got to leave a super chat or answer the trivia.
Yeah. But also, as well, now you're talking about all this. Also, asking sub for sub is now deemed as YouTube illegal. Yeah.
Yeah. So it always has been.
Right. So now YouTube have said outright that you can't do this on live streams now. Say like to Nick's and things like that.
Hi, Eddie.
How does...
Hi, Eddie.
Oh, hi. Smooching going on there.
Hello.
How does that relate to now to the Nim and chat? Because
well, it would probably mean that we would actually have to step up as moderators again and start removing people for subbing.
Yeah.
Because we were told by the Nimmins not to remove sub for subbers because
No. We were asked to remove the sub for subbers, but we like if someone goes, "Oh, check out my channel," we were allowed to do that. It's just they specifically said if it was sub for sub, you can delete those because that's banned on YouTube anyway. But if people go, "Oh, people check out my channel," or whatever, that's people can choose if they want to or not.
I thought we were told as well.
I banned somebody for doing the sub for sub thing, and then D kind of sent me a little message, and I was like, "What?"
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought we were told anyone asking for a sub, just leave them. So not if you go in saying sub to me and I'll sub to you. That's you can't do that. But if someone's going in the chat saying sub to my channel,
no, they actually did sub for sub, and he questioned me, and I was like, I thought this was the one we're supposed to remove. So
he might have got confused. Yeah.
Well, maybe now that the guideline has come out that you can't no longer do that.
I think there's come this weekend. There's going to be a few revisions over the next couple of days on what is acceptable and what is not acceptable in chat. There's got to be with all these not new rules, but rewritten sort of rules with the things changing.
We're probably going to get a nice big reminder from Nick and D. Yeah,
they're not new rules, but the channel
clarification.
The channel that has the comments and is now responsible theoretically. So
I think that's wrong.
Yeah,
me too.
You can't.
It's wrong, but it's not our house.
Hey, this was the last notes that Nick left us. It was abuse equals banning, and that's harassment, attacking others, abusive language towards others. Extreme language equals a timeout, racial slurs, F words, shit, blah blah blah. And then after repeated offense, that was a ban. Emoji walls, apart from Viper, everyone else gets removed.
And no Bob Star.
Everything else is fine, even people self-promoting, etc.
Yeah.
So there was no mention of sub for sub in there. So they're letting sub for subbers talk in their chat.
Self promotion is kind of sub to me, isn't it?
Yeah,
I look at self promotion like sub to me, watch my channel, watch my content, comes
but
away.
under Nick's rules that he put out, we're not allowed to touch those people.
I think that'll change this week. I think there'll be a change. There'll be a...
Well, especially
I see this way. I see it basically as any way you're going against YouTube's guidelines and income.
Yeah.
And sub for sub goes against their income rules, right?
Yeah.
Because they make nothing.
They're probably already well on top of this, and they're probably working out this throughout the week. And by the time the next one comes around, because the new policies and all that, and then like the channels being responsible for what the chat and commenters say, they'll definitely be like looking into this right now. I'm sure.
Because it is scammy. Right, if you're just doing sub for sub to get to that level to make the money off of them, you could kind of see that as okay. Well, that's kind of a scam. So
it's kind of scary though when you think about it that you are now responsible for the people that come into your stream. You can
that I don't know. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, you can technically be held responsible for that. It's like.
But you should have a good comment filter anyway. You shouldn't really even need to worry about any of that. If you keep on top of it, like it's more what's going on now. Like it's always been the case, but I think now it's just giving people incentive to go, hey, I'm sure a lot of people didn't even realize there were these moderation tools and comment filters, and they're only just becoming. It's more the threat of, hey, your channel might be deleted or your videos might be deleted if you don't get on top of your comment filters. And now people go, oh, okay, now I actually have to get on top of this comment filters. Let's learn all about this.
Comment filters are now they're going to contain all sorts of things.
Do us a favor, Beanie. When you're finished here, can you just copy your filter and then paste it up?
That's exactly what you said. Yeah, I know you have a ton of them. I have a good list too, and I've actually eliminated some people's channel names from my chat because I don't want them discussed in my chats.
I have heard that from like some people suggested that you should also put in your address, your phone number, and family name in your comment filters.
Yep. I even do my previous addresses, previous phone numbers, all that kind of stuff. My wife's maiden name.
That's something I've never even thought of.
Yeah, I never thought about it either. But then when someone mentioned, like, hey, that's a good idea.
That is a really good idea.
Yeah.
The only issue with that, that will only work on for Neil on this channel. So if you're on a live stream with someone else, someone sees you and they want to get, put out your public information, they can still do that. But at least they can't do it on your channel.
Yeah, but it's like I don't think the chances are, we all sort of hang around in the same circles, but I think it's more specific to your channel, isn't it? If you're going live and things like that. But that's a damn good idea.
There are some messed up people that will follow you everywhere and try to get you. So
and it also prevents people from putting what I've done in my comments is I've got the number 0 as a banned word. So then most mobile numbers have 0 in it, so it just eliminates anyone from being able to post in a phone number at all.
Fair enough.
They should have more of that, actually, like the wild cards.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they don't. And actually, the other point I was going to say is that eventually I could see it being like an AI thing, where the AI just keeps generating its own, and then it takes care of it. Sort of like the advanced firewall spam filters that they have now.
They've got a new one being brought in that's in a beta. I think Andrew was talking about that with the new upload. The new upload settings. He was showing that I think no, it was Andrew that showed it last. It was like a hold potential. I thought it was already been there though. I've had that option set for the last couple of months where it's hold potentially inappropriate comments, and then next to it said beta. So it's a thing they're testing.
That's what I have set on this channel. Yeah.
I didn't actually realize up until not so long ago that your banned words actually worked on your live chat. I thought it was just in your comment section. On your videos.
It's everything to do with your channel.
Yeah. I didn't actually realize, not until not so long ago that it actually worked on your live stream chat as well.
Yeah.
Right. On that note, guys, I'm going to head off. I've got a long day. So
you're a big
I'll catch you later. Have fun, enjoy yourselves, and I'll watch the replay when I bugger off.
Good night, Mr. Steele.
See you later, guys.
Cheerio.
Good night, Mike.
Good day, mate.
Nice.
So who's got videos coming out this week? What's your next video on, Eric?
I have another GPS watch for the kids. It's a new model.
Nice.
So
nice.
I'm behind. It's supposed to come out Thursday, but I haven't been working on it.
How thick? How thick is that?
I would say half an inch.
This
one's
cool.
much.
Ooh,
it's thicker. Here's the previous model.
That's quite thick, though, isn't it?
Yeah. You could knock someone out with that.
Is that the previous model?
Yeah, this is the new one.
It's got thicker.
It's got thicker.
Yeah, it did. But this one has a camera, so now you can do like a FaceTime with it, and the battery lasts.
No, that would be really awkward to like.
You remember when Dick Tracy was a thing?
We still need. Someone needs to put a phone in a shoe.
Oh, you pervert!
Your phone's right here. Here's my Apple Watch.
Haven't you ever watched Get Smart? Maxwell Smart and the phone, the shoe phone.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mate, there's only one reason you would want a phone in a shoe, and that's for the camera.
Oh, you wouldn't have a camera; just have like a phone in the shoe, so you can just have a conversation on your phone.
I was thinking you wanted a phone in a shoe so you could record things looking up.
No, I know some perverts would want that, but I'm like, no, Maxwell Smart. You pull out your phone. Here we go. I'll show you what you mean. You got your. It wouldn't have any other devices. This is like from the 70s when there was no gadgets inside a phone. All you had was your phone. And you just go, yep, no worries.
I love the shoes. I love the shoes with the bottle opener on the bottom. Have you guys seen that? That is awesome. It's the best invention ever.
A shoe with a bottle opener.
Yeah, they have cool. Sandals. They have sandals with them. It's awesome. So when you're out at the beach or whatever, you just take your flip flop off or whatever and just open up again. Yeah,
well, you should tell Daryl Leaves for next Vid Summit.
Well, we'll be there. I'm gonna be there.
Does Daryl Leaves drink?
No,
probably not.
No.
So the whole bottle cap opening inside shoes probably wouldn't be something he'd be doing.
Well, he might drink Coca-Cola. Get one of those bottles.
Yeah, you need to open it.
Everything winds up now. Nothing just goes.
Oh, mate, there's nothing better than a glass bottle of cola that you can take there. That is just a thing of beauty.
That should never go away.
No, that is
real sugar in
a glass
bottle. Cane sugar.
The cane sugar, right?
I love a glass bottle of cola. When we go to the local supermarket by us, I go nuts. Oh, cola in a glass bottle. Like it's like a dirty fascination. So I will get me some cola in the glass bottle, and they're always four times as dear for 3/4 less. You can get 24 cans of Pepsi Max, Coca-Cola Zero for £5, or you can get 6 bottles for £8, something stupid like that. But you've always got to get some glass bottles. It is nice. Talking about watches, Eric, when do you think Apple will add a camera into the iWatch?
Good question.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah. Should ask Viper.
It would be nice to do FaceTime with this.
Sorry.
Tweet Viper and ask him.
Yeah.
I'm just interested when the next generation of iWatches.
The issue with that, knowing that there's a camera in this one, they limit the FaceTime to 3 minutes because it'll start overheating.
Really?
I don't know if that would be an issue for the phone, but the battery life in this thing sucks anyway. So you can get like a day, maybe.
I think they're great. The battery life on mine. I do a mile swim every night, so I've got the it's working all the time, and my battery never runs out.
Really?
Yeah, I get really good life out of my battery.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see if they have issues with the camera in the watch, like they did with Google Glass when they came out with Google Glass and all the issues that they had, legal issues. I'm real curious about that because I know that rumor has it Google at I/O this year in May or whatever it is, they're talking about a Pixel watch, like their Pixel phones. So I'm real curious what capabilities it's going to have, or if it actually comes into fruition. But I just it'd be interesting to see that because it's a whole different thing, whole different perspective and thing when someone has a.
I think the whole the camera in the watch would be an awesome idea, but on the same token, there's probably legal ramifications to like get to prevent prevent spyware and spying on people and all that kind of stuff. And
I mean, the crazy thing is about the iWatch. I don't know if you ever noticed this, Eric. If you go to the camera app in your watch,
you can control your phone.
Yeah, so you can control your phone through. Oh, you swine!
Who are you swining at?
The actual phone, because it was just being stupid. All
right, so the new Apple Watch has the ECG feature.
Yeah,
right, which is pretty cool.
So yeah, that's on my watch now.
Electrocardiogram.
Yeah, ECG, if that's what that is. Yeah,
it measures your heart, or
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it's on the button on the side because I've got last year's model. I got last year's model, and I was looking at the new ones. Basically, because I like the new display on the watch itself, and two, the actual fitness, So you can if you tap your finger on the side, it will give you a proper ECG like you are in an ambulance. Gives you the same readouts. If Eric can work it out.
You guys see that?
It's where we find out that Eric's got a pacemaker.
Properly.
It's been the Apple Watch has just come on leaps and bounds in the last couple of years. It's gone ridiculous. I mean,
the thing is, how many people actually watch or wear watches now? Because I find like I love not wearing one.
Yeah, for years I didn't wear one. I agree with you wholeheartedly. But then when Google gave me one for going out there, I started to watch it, use it, and watch. I love that. Look at that. That's so cool. That's so awesome. Right on there.
I mean, when I swim of a nighttime, the information, the actual information that it gives you on your watch is just. It's unbelievable. Even just within the activity itself, it's just it's unbelievable. I mean, the information that it gives you is just ridiculous. Like
I can respond back to somebody in a text message just like that. I mean, that's worth it to me. Just if I need a quick response back and I don't have my phone near me or something like that, I can just text back. It's just stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the information from a watch.
Right.
Wow.
So that's telling me it's probably not zooming in, is it?
No,
I mean, I must admit, I don't have one. I've never played with an Apple Watch or anything.
So the information that it gives you, right? It goes that in depth in the actual Apple Watch. It will show you what when you were training, what your heartbeat was per minute. Is it zooming in? No.
I've seen it.
It will actually.
I can kind of see it though.
It will tell you on my swimming app. It knows the distance of the pool. It knows how many actual strokes I'd done to get from one end to the other, and then it breaks it all down and says, right, okay, you done like the last one I done was 68 lengths, which was just over a mile. It took me X amount of time. Me heart rate between each length was this. It took me this many strokes. Me average stroke was this. Me average heartbeat. Me resting heartbeat. It took me this amount of time to get from this. It's just the amount of information that they give you is just like, wow, off a light. Because that's all it is. The new ones have got a different method of registering your heartbeat, haven't they? they've got an actual sensor that it measures your heartbeat through the contact with your skin rather than the actual light.
Yeah, I don't think it's a light anymore.
Yeah, I think it is the light in the middle, but it does it with that band around the edge. It more accurately measures your heartbeat.
It was green all the time. Like I would see the green light underneath. I don't see that anymore.
All right, you crazy kids. I cannot contribute to this conversation, and I feel like this is my sign to let you guys go.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit.
Yeah, I think it could be a sign for us to. I mean, we've spoken about everything we needed to speak about. Really, it was basically all going about the community guideline strike, and there's no good carrying a conversation on over there when there's nothing else to. No, it doesn't have to be 12-hour streams every single week. It can be 2, 3, whatever it needs to be. It's just a case of we've brought the subject up, we've all give our opinions on it, and that's about it, really. You can't. There's only so far you can flog a horse, isn't it?
Yep,
that's good. What we come on to talk about. So we need
There's
to.
Only so much you can flog a horse before it becomes against community guidelines to do so.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we definitely need to in the Discord. We need to come up with, I don't know if it's worth having an idea section or just go in the
for blocked words or something and stuff like that. I think I think we should just collaborate on that.
No, just in the Discord for things to talk, because we do struggle sometimes for things to talk about, and I always think that people think, I wish we'd have spoke about this, or I wish they'd have brought this up, or the much.
I feel topic satisfied.
That's it. It's got the Creator Chaos stamp of approval. We all know now what to do with the community guidelines is just terminate our channels and go back to space.
Hey Neil, can I do the sign off tonight?
Sure.
Hang on, let me just go to so I'll say goodbye. Go on, Beanie.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Cheerio.
And it'll end on
Thank
Eric.
Good night, guys.